Chevy, baby.
Illuminati is a thing you need to watch out for. They want to depopulate and slave us so much more. World domination, I'll get into that later. I'm hardcore, fierce and sexy. You're just a hater. You deserve the ridicule cause you're an absolute zero. I'm the keeper of the chalice, a rock and roll hero. I'm not an idiot nobody listens to, cause I'm not a failure in life like you. Let's talk about Bill Gates and the mark of the beast, and the orgies in the streets at the Catholic feasts, and Bill and Hillary's human trafficking ring, and George Soros got the money to pay for everything. Socialism is for losers, working for the devil. Chumps that can't fight, they ain't on my level. It takes an evil one to try to debunk and doubt it, so I'd rather die than stop talking about it. Watch out, watch out, watch out, watch out. Watch out for the Illuminati. Watch out, watch out, watch out, watch out. Watch out for the Illuminati. Watch out, watch out, watch out, watch out. Watch out for the Illuminati. Watch out for the Illuminati.
Bow tie. Chevy, baby. With the bow tie. What's good, my people? It's your boy, MC Tutol. And I just pulled over to a random block in the neighborhood. Of course, I'm not gonna put you directly in front of my house, because last thing I need is for you to look at the address on my door or near my door and start map questing it or Google mapping it, or for you old farts out there using the Geographia Street Atlas. That's one of the last things I'm gonna need, because even though I can kick ass and take names at my age, which I never thought I'd be able to do, but I could do. It's still, time consuming. Takes a lot of time out of my life that I could be doing something else, like playing with my cats or something like that, or eating a hot dog off the cart or something like that. But anyway, that's not the point of this video, of course. I just wanted to wish everyone a happy new year. We could reflect on this year. My opinion, one of the most uneventful years I've seen in a very long time. And probably the most uneventful year since I gave a shit what a year was in the first place. But that's not necessarily a bad thing. I'd rather have a bland thing than a bad thing. Let's be real with this. And to me, it was kind of an upgrade from the 2 years prior. My opinion, considering all the pain and sorrow that I went through in 2019 with the loss of my brother, who basically taught me how to play baseball, how to tie my shoe, taught me about the birds and the bees when I was still single-digit age, because they say you're never too young to get that talk. And I thought it was pretty cool to have a cool older brother tell me than an authoritative figure in a parent. So I never, whenever I would say that, I never said that to shame him. I thought that was pretty cool. Anyway, let's not forget, taught me how to be a Yankee fan. Because, actually that was a collaboration with my other brother, Bobby. But anyway, one of the biggest things, and if you saw him in later days, you would never believe it, but he was the brother that that encouraged me to rap. Taught me how to put certain words together and things like that. So, yeah, with the loss of him in 2019, no way in hell would I be able to say that 2020 was a worse year. It did suck, but it wasn't worse than 2019. So I like to go through this year without any personal losses like that. I don't want to see any personal losses like that in a very long time. And for those of you who have not lost a sibling, you are very lucky. And having experienced the loss of a mother, a father, and now a brother, the worst of the three is the loss of a sibling. And and basically, rather than he was one of the last people that would have wanted me to dwell on that. But we're gonna look forward to 2022. And things are starting to turn around and look up. Got a few. I got a few personal projects that I've actually had taken care of. I actually set up a very important doctor's appointment. And I hope to get the consultation on January 11th and see what's what, because I might take the plunge and go under either the knife or the laser and kiss these things goodbye for good. Do like Ghostface and just wear them for show. So yeah, I think a lot of what made 2021 uneventful. Look who is at the helm. Look who is at the capstone. The top dog, the top tier, the leader of the country, the person that represents all of America. This is supposed to be the face of Americana for at least 4 years, and I'm not sure what he did that benefits me. I'm not sure what he did that benefits anybody that counts as a person. But he's got no personality. No personality at all. At least when he was younger and healthier, at least he was a bully. Nobody likes a bully, but at least there's some personality to that. Bullies have a personality. They're assholes, but they have a personality. But he's not even that. He's like this. He's coming off as this gentle grandfatherly type, and nobody wants Grandpa in the White House anymore. Nobody wants Grandpa in the White House anymore. And they haven't in a very long time. So, not at least not since JFK. That is my personal opinion. People usually like a young, sharp-thinking person that looks cool in a suit. And that's my personal opinion. And I think the Democrats have failed two presidential elections in a row. they have failed to go for what actually works for them. You know, the young, sharp guy that looks cool in a suit. You know, somebody, I mean, whether you agree with Barack Obama's policies or not, you know, he seemed smooth and cool and confident, don't you think? And in a way, I mean, a lot of critics saw the idiot in him, but in a way, so did Slick Willie there, Bill Clinton. You know, and they say he was one of the presidents who had among the highest IQs. Or his IQ was among the highest of all the presidents. And yeah, if they say he was smarter than George W. Bush, I hate to have to bow my head and admit to it, but I would have to believe it to be true. And basically, this is what has worked. This is basically what has worked for them. And you know, last time before that, they had Jimmy Carter, who was younger, much younger than Gerald Ford. Seemed a lot more confident. Not a single gray hair on his head. I mean, yeah, he was a one-term president, and he was a little too nice. And yeah, Jimmy Carter was one of those guys that he's actually outlived all other ex-presidents. He's the ex-president that so far has lived the longest of any ex-president. He's actually older than Ronald Reagan was when he passed away. As a matter of fact, this past October, I believe he may have turned 99. He may be the first president that will reach 100 years old. And yes, I may not have liked his presidency, but I can respect him as a human being, and I do believe he's a very nice man. I might not agree with his politics, but, you know, I don't wish any ill will towards James Earl Carter. And if he's shooting for 100 years old, you know, Christ be with him. May he reach that 100th year. Because, you know, he's a nice guy. Again, not a guy whose politics I agree with, but a nice guy. And I don't know where all this came from, but yeah. I mean, there's a formula that's worked for the Democratic Party, and they just weren't using it. They just weren't using it. And, you know, and my opinion is, if there was any foul play done to usher in this boring Biden era, hate to have to admit it, but you gotta admit, you know, Trump may have had something to do with that. Because if they cheated to get Biden in, if they did, I mean, you can't say they definitely did or they definitely didn't, but if they cheated to get Joe Biden in, his ways and the manner in which he spoke to them and about them pretty much motivated them to do that, and to get him out of office by hook or crook, regardless of where the economy was during his administration, because they had like this personal vendetta against him due to not a lack of competence, that's for sure. I mean, he proved to be a better president than presidents who have been in politics for so many years. And that's another thing I don't get. How could one say this person should not hold this office because he hasn't been in politics before, holding other offices? You know what I'm saying? If anything, that's so grassroots. You know, that is so grassroots for people to be other things besides politicians. You know, if he wasn't a politician before running for this office, that's actually a good thing. That means he wasn't in politics doing absolutely nothing but shuffling papers around and saying kind words to the press just to fill in time to justify his salary paid for by U.S. tax dollars. You know, a career politician is not a good thing. I'd rather have a farmer. That climbs down from the tractor to the podium, starts giving campaign speeches, and drums up a bunch of support and drums up a bunch of votes and achieves the office that he's running for, than a career politician. Joe Biden, career politician. Bernie Sanders, a career politician. Hillary, in the short time that she was in politics, career politician. And that's another thing. That is another thing. How do people say this about Trump running for president when Hillary ran for senator without ever holding a public office? Hillary ran for senator without ever holding a major public office. She was never a congresswoman. She was never a local assemblywoman in Detroit or Little Rock. You know what I'm saying? So, I don't get it. I don't get the double standards. You know, and what you would think would be a good thing was actually the death of Lou Lamon's campaign for governor of New York in 1982. And New York chose the career politician over the businessman that was never in politics before. I mean, I don't know how old he was when Michael Bloomberg ran for mayor and won. Another guy that was not in politics before running for public office. But, you know, if he was still young enough to run for governor or senator, he should have came out of the woodwork. Yeah, and he should have came out of mothballs and announced his candidacy. But, you know, he just stayed in hiding wherever he was. I don't even know if the man's alive. I got to look that up. But I liked his policies. I liked his campaign promises. And he seemed like a nice man that would have delivered on those campaign promises. But, you know, we had some total windbag. And yes, I know he's deceased, but let's face it, he was a total windbag with his Tale of Two Cities speech, and his barely any funding to New York City because he had this ongoing vendetta against Ed Koch and all that other good stuff. But yeah, that's what you have. So anyway, this is the New Year's. This whole video is my New Year's wishes, baby. This is my New Year's wishes. I'm wishing you and yours a happy, healthy, and safe New Year. Respect God. Watch out for the Illuminati. Listen to my music, of course. Follow my ways. Stay strong. And keep kicking that slang. Keep kicking that slang.
Watch out, watch out, watch out, watch out. Watch out for the Illuminati. Watch out, watch out, watch out, watch out. Watch out for the Illuminati. Watch out, watch out, watch out, watch out. Watch out for the Illuminati. Watch out for the Illuminati.